If you guys are in the market for a lightweight single bike rack that can actually hold up to 100-pound e-bike and comes with a ramp that stores on the rack, this one is a pretty good deal. The Cravot Cyberrack E1 is a pretty sweet rack. Let's hook it up to my truck, give it a test run, and see how it holds up. Now, this particular rack is only going to work with a 2-inch receiver. And we're going to go ahead and hook it up here to my truck. It's real easy. You just slide it in the receiver hitch, line up the pinhole, which is threaded. So this will actually stabilize whenever you thread in this hitch pin. Now the end of this bolt is a 15/16 size. So if you're going to want to use a ratcheting wrench, which is what I'd recommend, I'll put a link down below to one that will actually fit this bolt. It'll make it a lot easier when installing this rack. Simply just take the pin, slide it in, and start threading it on. Now, as you tighten this down, it will force the rack over to the side that you're tightening it on. This will prevent any wobble whenever you're going down the road. And then take your cotter pin and it goes in on the other side. So in order to load up a bike, you can simply just lift it up onto the rack just like you would a traditional bike. But you can also use this built-in e-bike ramp or just regular bike ramp. This is pretty cool. It's got a little pin right down here that you'll simply just slide out, and it's actually tethered to the rack so you don't have to worry about losing this. And then the ramp just simply slides out. A lot of times with these ramps, you have to store them separately. But Cravot actually designed this to where it's all one piece, and I absolutely love it. So with this bike ramp, you are going to have about an extra 3 feet just for the ramp on the side of your vehicle. But if you're going to want to load up your bike after you put the ramp on, I would give yourself at least 6 feet of distance between your vehicle and whatever vehicle or wall is next to you. So in order to hook this up, you just simply take these 2 little teeth right here, and you're just going to pop them down into the little slots that are provided. As you can see, you've got a nice ramp now that you can roll your bike up on and get it loaded. Let's go ahead and go get my e-bike and load it up for you. So we're gonna go ahead and load up my electric XP 2.0. This is a step over bike. As you can see, it's got a top tube right here. If you're running a step through bike, there's a couple of different options. You can get a bar that will go across that's temporarily used whenever you're transporting it, or you can attach it to your seat post. So just take note, if you have a step through, you wanna make sure that you plan accordingly, but you should be able to, most of the time, just attach it to your seat post or your seat post tube. But if you have a step through, that's how you're gonna have to do it unless you buy one of those cross braces that'll go on here. If you have a step over, you have lots of options for attachment. Now do take note, this is a fat tire bike. This has 4-inch wide tires that are 26 inches, and this rack can handle much bigger than this. It can handle up to a 5-inch tire, but you do wanna make sure that your overall wheelbase is no more than 50 inches on whatever bike you own. Now, whenever you go to load up your bike, you just wanna make sure you have a couple of things ready. You wanna have this strap open and ready to go. So just kind of put that to the side here. And then you're going to want to lift up this arm is what I recommend. Leave this where it's variable so you can slide it up and down. And then you're going to want to have this particular attachment loose also so your tire can slide up in there. So let's go ahead and let's roll up the electric XP 2.0. Simply just line up your front tire, start pushing it up, line up your back tire. What I like to do is just push up on the seat and just start rolling it on. Get it over that tire holder right there. And then you're going to want to reach around here and actually slide up this arm. Make sure your pedals aren't in the way like they are with mine. But once you got this up, you can then attach this to whatever bar you're wanting to attach this to. Right here, it looks like it's going to work really well with my seat tube. And then after we've got this kind of ratcheted down, you're going to want to make sure you tighten this lever back here. Then we can go ahead and start strapping down all of the tires. We can move our wheel chock accordingly to make sure that it's in the proper position. And also take note that the wheel chock needs to be in the front of the tire. So you're going to push this up against it just like this, causing it to have enough pressure. Then you're going to lock down the latch. And like I said, once you have this set, you're not going to have to set this again. Then we can take our strap for our wheel, simply thread it through, and then put it through there and pull it tight. Okay, now our bike is all locked in and we can reinstall the ramp and we can hit the road. Just simply slide the ramp in, take the pin here and then just slide this in, line it up with the holes and lock it into place. So there you go. That's how easy it is to use the Cravot Cyberrack E1. This bike rack is super handy in my opinion. Having the e-bike ramp stored on there, having a threaded hitch pin, and being able to hold up to a 100-pound e-bike. I think this is a pretty good deal for anybody who has just one bike that they want to tote around. And for the price, I don't really know that it can be beat. If you guys want to pick yours up, definitely check my links down below. And if you guys have enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of single bike racks. And what do you think of this having the e-bike ramp stored on here? I think more brands should actually do this personally. If you guys have really been enjoying my content and you want to check out some of my other channels, I would greatly appreciate it. And also go check out on Patreon, Mike's Unlocked Garage. Over there for as little as $3 a month, you get early access to all my videos. You can also direct message me, and you also get some behind the scenes videos every once in a while. All right, guys, get out there and ride your bike. I got you, yeah, SOS, thought you was a